Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I believe you had some questions about the senior prank that never was. Well, it began as all good things usually begin, because nobody else was doing it. We had heard about the senior prank. We had the senior prank of 2007 and been very excited about it. Of course, chairs in the quad. It was simple, not only in their sheer magnitude, all the chairs in the school, all in the quad, all in rows, but just in the fact that it had been so easy to come by, so easy to include other people. We wanted to do something similar, but there was no, people weren't working together. So it was my idea to just get everyone at my house for a symposium. We did it right after April vacation. We brought everyone to my house. They sat on my porch. We said, guys, what ideas do you have? We took out a pad of paper and we listed ideas. Balloons, a tree planted on the quad. Balloons wasn't my idea. Balloons belonged to Ronan, and I didn't think it could be done at first, but we put it on the pad. Cellophane in the lights was a great idea on my part. I thought it'd be a great way to have party lights. So you can't change the lights themselves, but you could certainly cover them. And we looked into that. And the original day we picked was a Tuesday, but as we got close to the date, we realized a Tuesday wouldn't work. The senior banquet was happening on a Wednesday, and there were still people's final exams happening on Tuesday. We said, well, the senior prank can the other classes, but it can't the seniors. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's got to stay clean. And so the final date eventually picked was Thursday. As we developed the idea further, we realized that what we could do was have the prank not only be something fun and not only be kind of like a Brookline High School, but it could also be a way to unite the senior class. Picture 3 balloons. Picture 3 balloons before. Picture 100 balloons. Picture 1,000 balloons. Kind of impossible, maybe. Picture 8,000 balloons. And soon it came down to the final night. It was a Thursday. We were all dressed up in our finest, bandanas around our necks, war in our eyes. Met at my house. I'd say around 8 o'clock, most people. What toothpaste? I haven't moved any toothpaste. It's in your room. Yes. Okay, let me see it. And about 10:45, we were all at the left entrance, the Tappan Street entrance of the high school. People started showing up. They were being loud, but we couldn't be let in until Dr. Bob showed up at exactly 11 o'clock. So everyone was gathered around. And someone said, Harrison, gotta say something. So I got up there, and I just started talking and said, everybody, let's do this. We're here. We're class of 2008. This is how it's going to go down. The balloons and their cellophane. We're going to split you up into groups. And I went down through everything. I said, Eli Jones is going to do education, which is what we decided in the meeting that we had earlier that day. He's going to show you how to put stuff up. You decide where you want to go. We'll give you the balloons. We'll give you the cellophane. Just listen. We wanted to keep people in line, but we knew that no one would respect us if we were being hard asses. Because it's the senior prank, you know. But we had about 150, maybe 200 kids all told. So we said, look, the custodians are here. They're respecting us. You respect them. They'll take names because, frankly, they're custodians, and that's what they do. They'd be happy enough to get you in trouble. So just be legit, do what you gotta do, and let's get this done. And people were psyched. People were totally pumped. And when Dr. Bob finally showed up, when he walked through the crowd, he was met with a fine round of applause. When the doors were let open, floodgates. About 80 kids at least who were there from the very beginning just flooded in, and we were just running around trying to get everyone set up. Balloons this way, cellophane this way, balloons this way, cellophane this way. We had cellophane over there. Eli Jones cutting it as fast as his little hands could, trying to show people how to put it up, trying to decide the best way to put it up, and balloons were just gone. People were going. About 20 minutes into it, people were still coming. I was still giving that welcome speech, running around, trying to figure out what people were doing, keeping people psyched, keeping people going. We finally broke people up into the 3rd floor. Some stuff went up to the 4th floor, not a lot. Some stuff went down to the 1st floor, not a lot. But we just kept people going. And it was really exciting. It was really exciting to see the hallway slowly turn from, institutionalized fluorescent white into blues and greens. And to see the red balloons just start to And then we started running into problems. There's the kid that came up to me and said, hey man, you got a key? And we were like, no, we don't have a key. He's like, dude, I've got fish heads. If only I'd have known how that was going to turn out. Fish heads went in the lockers. Trash cans were tied to some of the lockers. And finally, a whole bunch of tables were flipped over in the cafeteria. And that was from the beginning of the end. I'd say we got about 7,000 balloons blown up. Most of the lights covered with cellophane. And it was pretty fantastic to see. Mainly just 200 kids, maybe even more than that, about half of the entire senior class, kids who had never spoken to each other, working together to put this stuff up. Seniors, class of 08. And then when stuff went down, when the fish heads went out, when the custodians had finally had enough, we were all kicked out. Police showed up, as they tend to do in Brookline. We all had to go home. And I remember I had about 15 kids, after everyone had gone, back in my house. I said, Harrison, what is this? Ben Zagorski yelled, it's a glorious failure! I said, no, Ben, you're wrong. It's a success. And it was. It never came to be. It never got seen the next day. It was torn down that evening, unfortunately, by the custodians. But it was pretty fantastic in terms of how it all went down. And that's the story of the senior prank that never was.